Yo, yo. Shout out to the nation, man. Shout out to everybody already here in the building, man. Salute, salute, salute. I know I just came on just randomly. I know I have not been active for like about a week, a little bit over a week. But man, I just wanted to talk with the nation a little bit, man. See how everybody was doing. I'm in California right now, back home, enjoying the weather. What's good, everybody, man? So much going on in the nation right now, man. The whole Jimmy G stuff, Davante. I said, you know what, man? Let me come and talk for a few minutes, man. So, wanted to see what everybody had going on real quick, man. I know everybody's going live and everybody's doing their stuff. So I said, you know what? Let me pull up real quick, man. Shout out to I Am Punchy, man. Shout out to Ant. Shout out to Paul Gaines. It's beautiful out here, man. Beautiful. You right. It's beautiful out here, man. Salute to my brother Thor in the building too. What'sInWhiskey.com, man. Go get you some What's in Whiskey, man. What's good, man? Let's talk about it. Next Raider, man. My vacation is going really, really well, brother. It is, man. For under the circumstances, man, I'm out here to see my grandma, man. She's dealing with dementia, so it's just really, really bad, man. But it's been a great trip. I got to spend some time with her. Spending some time right now at my in-laws' house, just having a good time with my pops and my moms. So it's all good. I got to kick with my brother B and see everybody. It's been a blessing, man. Max, don't believe that, man. I mean, when you say can't believe that Jimmy wasn't technically healthy, I mean, brother, he was coming off of a broken ankle. You know what I mean? Like they knew what it was before they signed him. This is not. This is why sometimes, man, these beat writers, man, they get on my nerves, man, because they tweet this stuff like they didn't already know this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know it's slow right now, and I understand that, you want to get some clicks and you want to do that type of stuff, but let's just be honest, man. Like, Vinny B knew that. Like, these guys knew what Jimmy G's timeline was. Come on. They knew he wasn't going to be ready, for OTAs and all that other shit. Like, we all knew at the end of the day he was going to be ready for training camp or getting closer to the regular season. So, the dude is coming off of a broken ankle. You know what I mean? They knew what time it was. They knew that he had to get his ankle cleaned up and have the surgery in March. They knew what time it was. That's why I'm not out here going crazy right now, over the so-called news, breaking news of Jimmy G, being, having to go through surgery and blah, blah, blah. It is what it is, man. This guy knows, he knows the system. He knows what Josh McDaniels wants from him. Those doctors said, let me see, he didn't need surgery and everyone, but Adams trade behind you. Look, man, Tay right now is already telling everybody what most of us already knew. He said, I'm a Raider. I want to be a Raider. I love my head coach. I love my general manager. At the end of the day, man, I hate when people freak out about shit like that, man. Davante pushed to be a Raider, you guys. Just a year ago, he pushed to get out of Green Bay, the only team that he's ever known to come home and play for his team. Let me see. Let me see. Those dudes who docs, or people who try to say docs is goofy, is really goofy. They're mad because Doc's doing what they wanted to do. It's all love, man. Salute to everybody. Shout out to my dog John, man. Much love to you, Graham. Spend all the time you can before you can't. Big love, my God, fill her heart. Facts, man, my brother. I appreciate that, bro. For real, for real. That means a lot to me, man. Thank you, man. My Nana's good. I'm going to make sure I send her some love when I go see her again in the morning. Definitely, man. So salute to everybody here in the building, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up if you are not subscribed to the channel yet. Hit that subscribe button, man. Just got done having a meeting in a lunch with my brother Jay, man. Shout out to my brother Jay, man, from What's in Whiskey. We got some big plans in motion. You guys, anyone is in Atlanta, June 17th, around that area. If you guys want to go out, I'll be sharing the flyer here soon. But we're gonna be active, man. Me, Charles Woodson. There's an event, What's in Whiskey, an event in Atlanta. I'm gonna give you guys more details tonight. I'll drop the flyer on YouTube. I'll drop it on Instagram and Twitter. But we are throwing a What's in Whiskey event in Atlanta, June 17th. So if any of you guys are around the area, man, make sure you guys come out and rock with us, man. Definitely. John says, are you going to do a little cameo tonight on Big Mike? I wish I could, brother, but I got some family stuff that I need to take care of today. I got to make sure I take full advantage of every minute that I have. That's why I haven't really went live and done anything like that as of late. Cloud9 says, Graf, we miss you, man. I had to watch hockey. I will be back home Sunday morning, y'all. I promise you. We're going to be live every day. I'm going to make up for these last 8-9 days. I promise you. We're going to be live every day. I just talked to Philip Dorsett yesterday. He's all for doing the live next week. So I once again spoke to Jermaine Illuminor as well. So we got some dope interviews coming up. Trust me, we got a lot of stuff going on. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Kung Lao says YouTube is so dry without your lives, bro. I appreciate you, man. That means a lot to me, bro. YouTube is just dry, period, man. You know what I mean? There's just not really a lot to talk about at this point. You know what I mean? Crispin, any news on the LA Blackout event? I think it's week 4, right? Crispin, is that week 4 we play against the Chargers? Is it week 4 in LA? I forgot what week it is, but we're out there. We will be having the Blackout party in LA Chargers weekend. McDaniel Stan says, I had to watch Wi-Fi stupid videos, man. We need you. Shout out to my dog, man. Shout out to him too, man. No disrespect to him. Yeah, Crispin, October 1st. We're gonna be out there, bro. We're gonna be lit. We're gonna be lit, man. Blackout party in LA. Home, California, brother. But y'all, I gotta say this, man. Let's not worry about Jimmy G right now and his injury. They knew exactly what they were getting into when they brought him in. I see people tweaking about Tyree Wilson. He will be ready to go too. And that is a talent that I don't want to have him not be ready week 1. But we have 2 great edge rushers already. So if we have to be a little patient with him, which I think he'll be ready for training camp. But I'm just saying, if we have to be a little patient with him with his foot injury as well, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? The guy's going to be a huge part of our future. At the end of the day, I'm not too worried about Tyree Wilson's health, and I'm not too worried about Jimmy G's up to this point. March, that surgery, I believe, was just to clean up a few things. We're going to be good to go. SJ, what's good, family? My bad, y'all. It's loud in the background. I'm literally right over it, so. Dominique, what's up, brother? Shout out to my brother Maul, too. He said Raiders Twitter is in mid-season form today. This is facts. Yeah, Ray. I unsubbed to him. It's like, what? YouTube shadow sub me back to him. He's in the algorithm, man. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you fall into the algorithm. Yeah, you know. That's why people stay. Look, I've been gone for 9 days, 8-9 days. I've lost like 15 subscribers. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's the YouTube world. That's how it works. Dom, good to see you too, brother. Shout out to my brother Robert Hicks as well, an XXX Raider. Salute to you too, King. Great. Depends on which Chandler Jones shows up. Excited to see. Look, I think that Chandler Jones is going to build on that end of the year success that he had up into that injury. I definitely think he's going to build on that. I think Chandler Jones is going to be really, really good for us this season. Raider Nation fam in the chat, keep your heads up. Stay positive. We finna to be all right. Plus, we finna be loaded. Yeet, yeet. Shout out to my brother Thor, man. Shout out to my brother Hammer in the building. Let's talk, y'all. Let's talk, man. Get your questions in. Let's talk. Salute, man. Cheers to my Raider Nation family. WhatsonWhiskey.com. Go get you a bottle. You already know what it is. We just shot a cool little commercial today too at Rocco Spirit and Liquors. So and liquor, we're gonna drop it soon. Me and Jay went up there, shot a quick What's Some Whiskey video. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna drop it on the. My apologies, y'all. The Wi-Fi is low key bugging. Who do you think will have a bigger year, Wilson or Jones? Man, SJ, you want to say your first round pick, right? But I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that Chandler Jones is going to have a hell of a year. And it's going to be the last year he plays in the NFL. Probably the last year he plays, at least for us. You know what I mean? He's getting up there in age. We can get out of that contract after this season. I think we're going to move on after this season, but I think he has a hell of a year for us. I just hope that we play Tyree how we're supposed to. Play him on the edge, push him inside, like have him all look all across the D line. I want to see him out there as much as possible. But bro, the way his moves, and like I'm telling you, y'all hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Freight Train, what's up, brother? G Ware, let's go get one of the top 2 QBs next year. We all know the NFL only wants the best QBs in the playoffs. It's money the NFL wants. Let me say this, G Ware. We have like 5 or 6 primetime games this year. At the end of the day, I think the NFL has big plans for us. And I don't want to say the script and all the other stuff. Sometimes I be trolling and having fun with it. But like we wouldn't have that many primetime games if the NFL didn't believe in what we had going on. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, look, I think we're going to be all right. I think people are really, really not giving this team any chance right now. And to be real with you, that's cool because remember last year, the expectations were this high, right? They were high as hell because we came off of a wild card appearance against the Cincinnati Bengals. We went and got Davante. We went and got Chandler Jones. This year, the expectations are really low. So that's cool with me. I love it. I love it. There's no expectations. Just go out there and play football. Just go out there and play football. But I'm going to tell you one thing that's going to be a big difference this year is, Jimmy G's completion percentage, his red zone efficiency. We're going to be good, man. We're going to be good. We're going to be all right. If we can keep Jimmy G upright, keep him healthy, we're going to be all right. And like I said, I'm not looking too much into the whole surgery and March and all the other shit. I'm not really looking too deep into that. I've been eating Chinese food every day. I gotta relight this shit. My apologies, you guys, about the Wi-Fi too. I'm in a bad area with Wi-Fi. Y'all see me? You good? We good? I hope they don't flex our games to embarrass us because the NFL loves just to do that. G-Ware, we're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna be all right. Let's not freak out. Wipe them feet, y'all. Wipe them feet. We got almost 100 people in the building. We only got 28 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Shout out to my brother Cam, too. Get those questions in. Let's talk some football, man. I missed y'all, man, for real. I missed y'all. It's the longest I've ever been off YouTube in the past 3 years. You know what I mean? So I just needed a break, man. Ramiro, shout out to you, man. Shout out to my dog. Let me see. Get them taco. Lunch break, my brother. Salute to everybody in the building. Odds on Jacobs re-signed with Renfro trade money. Shit. I don't think that we get rid of Renfro because of Jacobs. I don't think that those things even go together. I don't. I think we move on from Renfro because he doesn't fit what Josh McDaniels is trying to do. Yeah, I'm in Sacramento. Definitely. I'm in Sac. I'm in the Thomas right now. But I don't think we get rid of Renfro to keep Jacobs. I don't think that's the plan. I think we get rid of Renfro because of that contract and because, he hasn't been, he was not healthy last year. He dealt with a plethora, of problems last year. And I just don't really think he fits what Josh McDaniels is trying to do. Robert says, what's up with Peterson? Adrian? Oh, I don't want nothing to do with him, man. He's too old, man. Oh, no. I know what you were trying to say, John. I hear you, brother. Shout out to Big Mo. He said, shout out from Placerville. Freight Train said, I went to high school in South Sacramento. Come on, man. Look at the tattoo. Look at the tattoo, man. Born and raised in South Sacramento. I was just out there. Renfro stays. That's what I heard. Vinny B and others said so. Hey, well, other people feel different. I know Hondo said that he thinks he's going to be out of there. So I don't know. We'll see. And I like Renfro. To be honest, you guys, I would rather keep Renfro around. But all signs are pointing to it's the same thing as last year what we did, right? We went and drafted a bunch of running backs, brought Amir Abdullah and Brandon Bolden in at the running back position. I think that they were planning on moving away from Josh Jacobs, and then they seen him have a hell of a year, and it was like, whoa. I think this year it's the same thing. They went out and got, Jacoby Myers, went out and got Trey Tucker, in the third round. I think that they already have high hopes, for the guys that they brought in this year. So it just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? We have a lot of options on the offensive side of the ball, you guys, like a lot. You know what I mean? Hooper, Mike Mayer, like there's so many options. I just don't know how it makes any sense that we still need help on the defensive side of the ball and you still have the Renfro contract on the books. If you're going to get rid of that Renfro contract, use that money to go get some defense. If we get rid of Renfro, you guys, I can definitely see us using some of that money to bring in Marcus Peters, who just recently visited us. So, Freight Train said, went to Kennedy. My mom went to Kennedy. That's what's up. And my dad went to, where'd he go? Burbank? So, look, I grew up in that area. Well, I didn't grow up in Greenhaven, but I grew up on the Meadowview side. G-Ware, you can't say that, though, bro. You can't say that because, look, we're all going off of 1 year where Renfro had 1,100 yards in all those receptions, right? We're going off that 1 year. We're just going off that one season. Like, yes, man, like, think about it. Somebody had to step up. Henry Ruggs, he was out of there. And then, D-Wall dealing with his shit. Like, I just don't see how you go get Jacoby Myers and draft Trey Tucker and expect to keep him around. But yeah, Renfro, you look at him, right? You just a lot of people put too much stock into the white slot receiver. That's what people look at it as, right? Josh McDaniels' typical slot receiver, the white shifty receiver. I don't put too much stock into it like that. Renfro produces yards after the catch. He should be fine, a fit, fine in my opinion. Look, I'm telling you guys, I want to keep Renfro, me personally. But like I said, I don't know if these guys believe in him. I don't know if they know if they feel he's going to be healthy enough to stick around for a while. I don't know. They know more than we do. That's all I'm gonna say. Renfro, for sure, kicked it a lot of Meadowview. That's what's up. Yeah, he's Wes Welker. I mean, I can't say that yet, Steve, because, he's had one really good year of production. You know what I'm saying? Wes Welker was around for a while. Like I said, I'm just not putting too much stock into the whole white boy in the slot, Josh McDaniels fit. You know what I mean? Because, the Michael Mayer, now that's a Josh McDaniels type dude. That's a Josh type dude. Ray says, I've been hearing a lot of good things about Aiden. Bro, I heard that these guys were high on Aiden O'Connell months ago. And do not be shocked if Aiden O'Connell is the guy sooner than later. That's all I'm going to say on that. They really, 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 really like this dude. Yeah. Mayor, yep, is this Rob Krakowski? This is facts. Baby Grump. Any news on Marcus Peters? What I'm hearing, Ramiro, right now is that Marcus Peters didn't want to really go through the whole off-season, OTAs and all that other shit. What I'm hearing is there's mutual interest. Both want to get a deal done. But I think that we got to free up a couple more dollars, and I think that he's being patient. I think there's one team that Marcus Peters wants to go to, and that's the Raiders. That's it. The team he grew up loving too. You know what I mean? So I think a deal will happen eventually, maybe going into training camp or something like that. I think Marcus Peters will be a Raider, but I do believe that they talked at headquarters. They both got a plan. They understand what they both want to do, and I think they're going to get it done at some point. Shout out to my dog, man, St. G. I would let Hunter prove it this season the way Josh did last year. If he doesn't produce, we can trade him at the deadline. We get the same value. Now, St. G, I agree with you on that, right? But the problem is this. If you can free up that 11 million, $12 million, somewhere around there, right? Don't quote me on that. And put that towards the defensive side of the ball. I don't want to do what we did last year, which is, go all in on the offensive side of the ball. Like if we can free up that money and still go out and get some veterans that'll come help us right now, do it. I'm sorry, y'all. I love Hunter Renfrow. It's one of my favorite Raiders on this roster. But if I can take that money and potentially go out and get Kyle Van Noy and Marcus Peters, Kyle Van Noy and Marcus Peters for Hunter Renfrow's contract, I'm going out and I'm going to get Marcus Peters and Kyle Van Noy. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. If I can free up that $11 million and go get Marcus Peters and Kyle Van Noy, I'm doing it. Simple and plain. Because we already brought in two guys, that can man that position. You know what I'm saying? And we even got DeAndre Carter, another guy that can you could potentially put in the slot and do some things for us. Shout out to my brother Big Mike, man. Love you, bro. Good to see my dog in the building. Shout out to Raw Dog 729. Any free agents left you think will make a run at? It's Marcus Peters and it's Kyle Van Noy. Those are the two names. And a sneaky name, John Johnson III. John Johnson, the safety, free agent from the Cleveland Browns, former Ram. Another name that to keep an eye on. Let's see. Epps seems like he could be big time for us on and off the field. I love Marcus Epps' demeanor, the way he carries himself. He says all the right things. I just hope that it translates on the field this season. You know what I mean? I hope that he played for a really good defense, you guys, in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Like, let's just be real. Like, he had a great defensive line. He had great corners. He had a really good linebacking core. It's one of the best defenses in Philly. Let's see what Marcus Epps looks like with a defense that looks nothing like Philadelphia. And I'm not trying to shit on our defense because I think, we got Max Crosby, one of the best edge rushers in the league. We don't know what Chandler Jones is at this point. You know what I'm saying? But I still think he can be really good for us. Tyree Wilson, he's a rookie, so we don't know yet. But, Epps played for a great defense. So we'll see what happens with him. They won't get no player worth Hunter Renfrow on defense if the money is freed up. I promise that 11 mil will go to a washed-up OG. Gold Mill, hey, man. Thing is this, brother. You can't say promise because, you don't know the thought process of our GM and our head coach. I don't either. You know what I mean? All I can speculate is off of what I've heard and, the people that I know that are inside that room, inside that building, in that city. But I can just say this. Like, I don't, if you free up that money, you don't just hold on to it. What are you going to do with it? And if you want to say washed up veterans, I mean, technically, I hate to say it, right? But you can put Marcus Peters and Kyle Van Noy in there because those guys are still productive, but they're shells of themselves. They're not the same Kyle Van Noy with the Patriots or the same Kyle Van Noy with the Detroit Lions or the Marcus Peters with the Chiefs or the Rams. Let's just keep it a buck. So, I mean, yeah, I could say the same. I can agree with you in a sense. Who on the roster do you think is going to surprise us this year? There's a few guys that I have. Raw. I think Mayer is going to step it up this year. Another year in Patrick Graham's scheme, I think he's going to get better. I think Luke Masterson's going to make a name for himself at the linebacker position. I really, really do. I think he's going to ball. I think Nate Hobbs takes that next step and becomes a star in this league. And then I think Duke Shelley, man, a guy that I've been really high on since we got him in free agency from the Minnesota Vikings. But there's even other players, like, I don't know, man. You look at the defensive line, we're stacked. I think this year Byron Young can be one of those guys that can get to the quarterback and play the run. So we're going to see, man. We're going to see. We got a lot of weapons. You just got to hope that it translates this year. McDaniel said, I think Duke Shelley has a hell of a year. There you go. You speaking my language, brother. Shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Salute, man. John says, Chris Smith will find the field. So would you? Oh, no, bro. They're going to play a lot this year. Definitely. Carlos says, what about Leonard Floyd? I would love to bring in a talent like Leonard Floyd, but the thing is, what does he want in terms of financials? And can he play the way he played behind Aaron Donald, without their stout defensive tackles that, we don't really have those Aaron Donald, like most teams don't, right? I think that's the reason why. I mean, I know that Leonard Floyd is, 29, 30 years old, but I think a lot of teams are still kicking back on Leonard Floyd because Leonard Floyd's his asking price is probably too much. And a lot of those numbers came from playing behind that Chicago defensive line, playing behind that Rams defensive line, right? So I would love to have him, but I think his asking price is a little too much. And can he perform without that real star defensive tackle around him? I don't know. I don't know. And I don't really know if Leonard Floyd fits what we're doing. I go by Fawn, though. Could the Eagles win 3 bowls in the next 10 years? They definitely could. I hope they don't. But they definitely could. They're built. They've built sustainable success, Fondo. You know what I mean? They've built sustainable success. That team's going to be good for years. That's what we're trying to do. That's what this GM, this head coach, the owner, like Mark, that this create sustainable success. And Philly has done that. And they drafted really well. Okay. They drafted really well. They've attacked free agency the right way. But we have to get that sustainable success. And I think that Philly has that. I think that they're the team, they're the upper echelon. They're one of those type of teams that we have to look at and kind of model ourselves after. I feel good about the O-line. McDaniels, me too. I definitely feel good about the O-line. We got some really sneaky guys at the guard spots. I do think that Jermaine Illuminor is going to have a hell of a year at right tackle. I think Colton Miller may have an all-pro year this year. Pro Bowl type year this year at left tackle. Goat Meal says, do you see the Raiders winning one in the next 5 years? Goat, man, I'm a Raider fan. So, look, when we were 2-14, I thought that we could win one in the next 5 years. So, to answer your question, brother, yes. Maybe I'm a delusional-ass Raider fan, but I love this team so much that I couldn't even see myself saying that we wouldn't win one in the next 5 years. But let me say this. I'm 39 years old. We haven't won one in 39 years. So at this point, I'm delusional as fuck. They got to prove me. They got to prove me otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Gold Meal says, yeah, same here. But yeah, man, I just wanted to come on, man, talk some shit with you guys. Shout out to Bill Gates. Raph, my brother, what does your gut tell you about Aiden O'Connell? His arm looks pretty crazy, right? Thoughts? I am a fan of Aiden O'Connell. I'm going to be honest with you. Early on in the draft process, I was like, I'm not a big fan of Aiden O'Connell. And, I forgot who put me on Aiden O'Connell. There was one guy in the chat. Please, if you're in here, remind me. You told me, said, look at Aiden O'Connell. And I called Stu and I said, man, what do you know about Aiden? And I started watching his tape. The accuracy is there. Just, man, the way he throws the ball is exceptional. If you can protect him, this guy can be a guy for you. And I know people say that, I've even said this, right? He's not mobile, but he has like a sneaky kind of mobility to him. He can run a little bit. He can run a little bit, but I don't want him to. And I know Josh McDaniels doesn't want him to run either. No, it wasn't Stu. I went to Stu after whoever it was that told me in the chat about him. He's definitely smart, McDaniels. Facts. He's definitely smart. If you give this guy enough time, he'll pick a defense apart. So I'm excited about Aiden O'Connell. I think that Josh McDaniels has plans for him, not just to be QB2. I think he has real life plans for him. Salute, man, salute. I know it's the middle of the day, random live, you guys. I just wanted to come on. I didn't expect 300-400 people in the building. When you win first strings in a room full of 8 QBs, you have something. He said, when you win first string in a room full of 8 QBs, you have, there you go. We may have us one, Mike. We'll talk that talk. Yeah, I mean, we traded up for him. But you know what, McDaniels? I truly believe that this regime didn't want to trade up for him. You know what I'm saying? I think that they seen Hayner go off the board. You know what I'm saying? They seen Stetson Bennett go off the board back to back. They realized there was a run on quarterbacks. And they said, oh, shit, we got to go get him now. You know what I mean? I don't think they wanted to take him there. I thought that they thought he would be available probably in the next round. You know what I mean? So, but that's what happens. You start seeing a run of guys. Look, the Raiders got a little spooked too when Buffalo took Dalton Kincaid so early. The tight end out of Utah. I think they said, whoa, let's trade up in a second and go get him before this run of tight ends happens as well. So we know how this shit goes. Year in and year out, when you watch the draft, there's always a run on every position. Wide receivers, quarterbacks, and it's always back to back to back to back. The Raiders seen that. They seen Stetson Bennett and Jake Hayner go back to back, Saints and the Rams, and said, we got to go get our guy right now. So I don't think they wanted to take him there. I thought that Josh maybe assumed that he would fall further along and we could use one of those fifth rounders to go get him. And at that point, they said, you know what, we got to go get him in the fourth. Franklin says AZ and Washington were lurking, so we jumped in front of him. Alex says, thoughts on the Tom Brady deal? I love it, man. I love it. Anytime you can have a winner in your front office, it's a beautiful thing. I don't care if it's Tom Brady. I don't care about the Tuck rule. I don't care about any of that shit. At the end of the day, if you have a winner in the building, and I don't care what it is, what it pertains to, Brady can help bring people in the building. Brady's a proven ball as well. John says, Wasted doesn't think that Tom will have any voice in the team. Your thoughts? Technically, from the outside looking in, you would assume he won it, right? Because he has a small stake in the team. But it's not a coincidence, John, that Zeke is here. Josh McDaniels is here. Now Jacoby Myers is here. We went and got a bunch of former Patriots. He definitely has a voice. Josh McDaniels and Zeke is definitely going to go to him and say, yo, what do you think about woo, 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 blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to say he's going to have a voice, in terms of, in the locker room and all the other stuff, but that's definitely a voice to have in the front office that people can lean on. Come on, man. That's different. Refs treat us different when they see Brady in the owner's box. Just for muscle. Hey, Beavers, talk that shit, my brother. Raider Paul, yeah, I seen that, bro. I definitely seen that. Davante's not going anywhere. He'll be a Raider for the foreseeable future. Facts. I like the idea of Brady in the owner's box screaming at McDaniels over a headset, keeping him in check, dog. That's not what happened, Bill. That's not what happened. Sincal, I definitely heard that Tom Brady was clapping Kim's cheeks. This is factory outlet, brother. But that's not really saying a lot, man. Those cheeks have been clapped a lot. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. Tom would be one of a million. Tom Brady isn't going to hurt this franchise. He will only help. He is Goodell's pet, and the refs love him. And if Jimmy goes down, he can suit up and play. Talk that shit. They became famous from being clapped. Facts. Wes says, Jimmy surgery, fake news. No, it is not, Wes. But the thing is this. The only fake news is that these beat writers are trying to come out and act like this is new news. It's not new news. This team knew they knew he was going to do this. They knew what it was. They knew the injury that he had when we signed him. They knew what it was. So, bro, he had surgery, 2 months ago? 2.5 months ago? They went and cleaned some things up in his ankle. It is what it is. So, it's not fake news, but it's old news. You know what I mean? Let's see. Freight, man, have a good day, brother. Let's see. Aiden working on his body. Dude is pudgy, and if he tightens up, his good arm could become a great arm. Facts, Beavers, and that's why you're going to be patient with him. Get him right. Get him right. He's in the pros now. He has access to every single thing that's going to get his body, together for the NFL. So, yeah, he does look a little soft, but, it is what it is. Shit, I remember when we drafted DC. Didn't his body look totally different when we got him? You know what I mean? So that's what happens year in and year out, man. You know, these guys, they get access to the greatest, personal trainers in the world, and their body changes. Paul says Jimmy G has the best trainers and facility in the NFL. We good. Facts. Talk that talk. But yeah, man. Love y'all. I just wanted to come through and let you guys know I'm not dead or nothing. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. I'm just on vacation, spending time with the family. I'm about to drink this Woodson whiskey. You know what I'm saying? With my pops. Smoke this cigar and shoot the shit on the way out real quick. Shout out to my brother John, man. Appreciate you going live on the phone graph. Always good to see you and talk our favorite team. Raiders. Now, John, man, my wife, she made me keep my laptop and my mic at home. We talked about it. She was like, you need a break. It's been 3 years, you guys. You know what I mean? I've never probably took more than 3 or 4 days off of YouTube. You know what I mean? So she made me do it. She said, you're going home for a reason to see family. So, keep all this stuff at the crib. So, and I've been trying to find ways to kind of sneak off and try to do some stuff. But I keep in mind that, it's good. I definitely got you, Paul. I'll take a shot for you, G. Let's go. Yeah, people tend to forget me. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is tripping, man. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. I'll be back soon, man. For real, for real. One.